And we're back again.
I think so.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too. Okay. Now, we just exited thine apartment on stage left.
Are you sure it's not right?
Hey, that's right! That was great.
That was.
You see that? So that's right.
Indeed.
That's right.
So yeah, we're getting a message from Taris, that Mandalorian that keeps following us around all of Telos. I think I've lost arrowness. It's just kind
That's
of
pretty good.
cracking up now. Kind of gives me a flashback to our Ratchet and Clank bit where we both cracked up on the floor thanks to little Karibo.
Oh my god, how we do that?
Ah, now we must level up Bastila.
Alright, now the way we set up her powers is pretty much how you're going to want to set up her powers too. As soon as you can get Cure, give it to her. Cure, amazing.
That's what she said.
It is amazing, actually, to tell you the truth.
It is.
I hope she said that's what she said.
It is almost mandatory to have that thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, I give her, like, Force Valor and that kind of thing. Valor is a
defense boost.
It's a defense boost for everyone. You'll get Shield, but Shield is, like, only for that particular person.
Yeah. Personally, I don't really use the Force, Valor, Speed, any of that.
I only use Speed when you're, like, in an open terrain and you're
trying to get somewhere fast. Even then, I don't really use that.
Neither do I, but, like, when I'm in a hard fight, it's good to have.
It is.
So you can get everything set up already.
But since I hardly ever use them, I tend to leave them alone and not really touch them.
Mm-hmm. Because this game seems a lot trickier than most times when we played it, so I'm trying to get us powers that will help us defensively, as well as offensively.
You know, Force Speed doesn't really help you in a fight. It just blurs the screen.
So, like, our main character, when he's going to get Force powers, yeah, I did come out and just said it. He gets Force powers, they're going to be a lot more attack. And he's going to have Cure, too.
I was about to say, yeah, make sure he has Cure.
All the characters are going to have Cure.
Or at least the ones that can.
No, the main ones are, and he's gonna have Cure, then attack bonuses and whatnot, and attack abilities.
Weapon focused lightsaber, always get that one up, as well as toughness. But
yeah, I had to get toughness first. Now you see Cure, acceptable. We do that.
Indeed,
acceptable. I forgot to loot that guy.
We got 28 credits and a med pack. How I managed to see all that, I don't know.
I don't know either. You startle me sometimes, dude.
I do that to people.
Yeah. And David thought you couldn't be dirty. Ha!
Ah, David.
We're gonna miss him.
Indeed.
He's in Chile.
Well, not yet. He's still in Utah.
Oh, he's still in Utah?
They're doing like a little training thing for him so he can get ready for Chile, so he doesn't have a culture shock.
Yeah, our buddy is doing his missionary stuff.
He's a Mormon. He's doing his missionary for 2 years.
Gotta give him some props.
Indeed.
Oh, no, Bastila wants to talk to us. What is it, woman?
I would like to know what happened.
Oh, yes, she wants to know what we were doing before we all joined forces.
You know, like, I think I've told you guys before. I'm not really sure, but anyway, we're gonna have a relationship with Bastila, no matter what. So
She's the only love interest you can have.
I know, but we're gonna do it anyway. You could do it with the cat chick, but I hate her.
You can?
Yeah, and if you're a chick, you can do it with her too.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, she actually asks you out if you're a chick. It's not cool.
No, nothing against lesbians or gays, whatever. I have nothing against them.
But I think she could be bi, to tell you the truth. But Bastila is all woman.
Anyways,
let's leave it at that. Now,
that's a very touchy subject.
A lot of our dialogue is going to be teasing,
flirty.
So you can laugh at us about it. I don't care. That's just the way we gotta talk to her.
Yeah, if we want her on our side.
And we love Bastila. She's a good girl, but she starts off as a commanding woman. And you gotta respect that too.
You know, she's a very tough woman.
And I think you have to be in this world. And if anything, all the Star Wars films, particularly, always had strong women, and I think I respect them for that because you have to be in a strong woman in a world like that.
Indeed.
There is no other explanation for your great success. Perhaps if you weren't, well, if you were
Well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training. Isn't that always the excuse?
Yeah. If you were younger, you could have done it for training. Right now, no, because you're too old. I'm too old? Yeah, I'm only 20. Yeah, you're too old.
But wait, I'm 12. Nope, you're too old. What?
You're old for your age. Get used to it. You're old.
Gah.
Why did I have to be born 12? Now we're going to finish off the Cantina arenas.
Indeed, the Bendex Starkiller fight's gonna be amazing.
We're not going to do the Starkiller fight just yet.
No, we still have 2 others.
Yeah, we still have others to do. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to talk to Taris, which is actually going to happen right now. Then we will continue the plan. Then we will explain what happens next afterwards.
I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I do like how in the load screens they give you bits of trivia as to what's going on in the galaxy, or what's already happened. So
that's good.
Like with this one, you get trivia about how the Mandalorian Wars went.
The Mandalorian Wars is one of my favorite Star Wars history things. I think it is so cool by what the Mandalorians did, their reasons for fighting, how they lost.
In the second game, you find out it's not just the Mandalorians that propelled them into the war.
Yeah. There were
I
so
won't
many.
Spoil that for the second game.
There were so many other reasons for it, and you got to think they were working for, I can't remember, the Sith Lord, like the war before the Mandalorian Wars, so they understood the Jedi as they were. They had an insight into everything.
Right.
So it was only a matter of time before the Mandalorians decided to unite and take the galaxy.
And even in today's Star Wars, the Mandalorians are still around.
They're few, but they're still there.
Actually, there's still a lot of them.
There's still a lot of them. It's just hard to find them.
Yeah, they're like the Krogan in Mass Effect. They're all just mercenaries now.
You see, there are not so many of them because if you, like when you look at the story of Jango Fett, he was with this huge, when he was like 12, like a little kid, his family was wiped out by these ex-Mandalorians. These Mandalorians, but didn't accept the code that the Order went on. So then he was rescued by the real Mandalorians, you could call them. They were, I think the other Mandalorians were called like the X or something like that. It was weird. So that he was raised by them and yada yada yada. There are a few Mandalorians left, but they're still there.
Right. Well, right here now, Candace is saying what he wants us to do to be able to get off the planet. Pretty much, we need to get to Davik's base and steal his ship.
But how do we do that?
Well, first we need to get the launch codes to get past the Sith blockade.
And where do we get the launch codes?
The Sith military base, of course.
Of course! But we can't just hack into that place.
Oh no.
How could we possibly get in?
We need an astromech droid.
Yes, an astromech droid.
Whose epicness is on par with that of R2.
And you know what's really epic? This right here.
Indeed!
Did that blow your mind? Oh, dude. You and your transitions amaze me.
Indeed. I amaze myself sometimes.
Yes, you do.
I will take some pride in that.
Yes, I believe you do. Now, we are off to the Sith military base.
Now, guys, don't think that transition was just there for the heck of it. We had screwed up in some of the recording.
Yeah.
So we did some editing, and that was the transition we put in place to fix up the cut and paste parts.
Yeah, it was really confusing. But it's taken care of.
Indeed.
That's true that, yeah. True that.
So now we're going to get our astromech, which at first glance he looks kind of beat up. But remember, he's brand new.
He's brand new.
He's at this point in the Star Wars universe, he's top of the line.
Bastila, I was wondering.
Imagine it like one of the early stage of a R2 unit.
Out when your escape pod crashed.
Oh,
No,
here we go. This is how Bastila
Lost her
lost
lightsaber.
the lightsaber. Hear this, guys.
My lightsaber was misplaced.
Misplaced?
I couldn't find it after the crash. I looked everywhere
in the
The
pod.
Vulcans
Emphasize,
came and overwhelmed me even as I
everywhere.
was searching for my weapon.
So wait. Even with all your force powers, they overwhelmed you while you were searching the pod?
I love that. Isn't that against your Jedi code or something?
Some kind of
Losing your
Jedi code or
lightsaber?
something?
It's a violation, right? Right here.
This is no laughing
Maybe
matter.
losing the lightsaber
During the
was a
crash,
side
my
effect
lightsaber must have
of her battle
fallen from my belt and
meditation.
rolled under my
Oh,
seat. The Vulkans
You know,
probably
you'd
found
think
it there
that,
when they searched the wreckage.
she'd be able to sense
Hey, don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just
gang coming towards her, and she can just, I don't know, go hide somewhere.
Though I will consider
Maybe
your
she
advice
could have been
when I
knocked
relate
out.
these events to the Jedi
Well, she could still
Council.
sense them coming.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't. She was too focused on finding the lightsaber, which shows just how much of an apprentice she still is.
She's still young. That's the thing. I mean, you can you can badger her all you like, dude. But you gotta remember, she's still young.
Yes, she is. You can turn off the subtitles in the options menu. Sorry, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. We like to hear ourselves talk.
Indeed. You know, and if I ever get a new movie or something, or a new game, I love just turning on the subtitles. Because there are always going to be a part where you cannot understand a thing they're saying.
You know, that's one thing, like, people who love Godzilla movies like I do, really debate on if you hear the subtitles, like, I mean, the dub-in, or if you listen to it as it is and see the subtitles. It's hard.
It is.
It's a tough call.
Here we go. This is where we get the astronaut.
Now, this is Davik's droid, by the way. That's the reason we're going to get it. Now, here's the thing. To get this droid, you have to pay 2,000 credits. Well, what the hell? So, with the dark side point, you don't have to pay the 2,000.
You just threaten her.
And you get a dark side point, but we're not going to pay the 2,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Just, we don't really have the cash to spend and waste on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good droid, but I'm not going to waste 2,000 credits on something really quick.
And it's still early on in the game, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll definitely make up for it.
Oh, we're going to get plenty of money later on, but...
And not just that, it's the light side points, too.
Yeah, the light side points, too. That's another thing. The second game was a lot easier to get light side points.
It was.
It was extremely easy, and I thought that was an issue.
But also, if you get a dark side point, it drops you down a lot.
It drops you down a lot.
Which is why I think they balanced it out with so much light side points.
That's true. I forgot about that. I forgot how much it kicked in the ass you really do get if you get a dark side point and you're doing all light side.
Yeah, you lose your... If you get, like, light mastery in the second game and then you get hit with the dark side point, it drops you down a lot. And it takes several events before you can get back to it.
Yeah. That's also another thing that the second game also did. Was, if you're doing good points, then that means your companions will also be good.
Yeah.
Which is one thing this game didn't do. If they're, like, evil, they'll still stay evil. If they're good, they'll stay good.
Yeah, there's some in the second game you can just give up on trying to turn good.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing with T3, as he's called. He is a hack and security.
We'll explain this in the next one.